for dropping by. Thanks for spending part of your day here with us. How do you click the whole screen like that? You left click on a single card, then you hit Control A. Unless you mean how do I take a picture, in which case I am using a tool that's built into my Linux desktop. Windows has a snipping tool. This hand's great, right? Like, has Enduring Ideal, has Lotus Bloom. Looking for more lands here, right? Gonna hit our land drops guaranteed. It's unfortunate that we didn't have one of our main deck ley lines in this hand. Mystic Snake, you have a question? I might have missed it. Thank you mods and people that have been here a while answering questions in chat for folks while I was changing things around. Discord is synced, the sum is greater 1 hour than whoa, but the server is not showing up. Are you using the desktop version of, are you using your desktop web browser for Discord? So you'll want to make sure that you're using Discord in your desktop web browser. Yeah, you can't use the desktop app. You need to open it in your web browser. I'm fairly certain. This comes off in 2 turns. We could be dead by then. We'll see. Could be dead by then. I love my fiber internet. It's so great. The 3.5 gig Bant Super Friends video is already uploaded to YouTube midstream. God bless you, fiber internet. I don't know how I lived before you. What does this deck do? Probably die in a burning blaze to burn. That's probably what it does. I pay for 500 down, 100 up. My actual computer that I'm streaming from is actually connected via wireless, so I actually only get 100 down and 100 up. Because my wireless maxes out at 100 Mbps. That player gets an additional... That's cute. Alright, well I guess I'm playing this Ghostly Prison in an attempt to not die next turn. Yeah, 100 is great. And like, I have like, you know, my kids stream stuff on their tablets and the TV with Netflix, and my wife does too, so like, I don't need the full internet connection on my house. 100 is very reasonable, especially 100 upload. Like usually, like when you pay for like Comcast, getting 100 Mbps down does not get you 100 Mbps up. Yeah, if it doesn't pop up in a few hours, Ryland, you should contact Discord support. Yeah, for the record, Taryn, I could pay for more, but I just didn't feel like I needed more. It was, when I was looking at the fiber internet plans, it was the first time in my life I'd ever looked at internet plans and not gone, yeah, I need the fastest one. I think we're pretty dead. Although, I don't know. I guess if we don't die this turn, I get to get Leyline of Sanctity, but I assume we're going to die here. We're going to 3. I guess if I get Leyline of Sanctity out this turn, I'm at 3, and they probably can't attack plus pay. So what's the lock here? Is Form of the Dragon better? Oh, there's an Unlife in our deck. Yeah, Unlife is probably better, right? Unlife is a gain 10 here. I assume we have Unlife Solemnity lock. I'm actually not 100% familiar with what we have going on here, so let's take a look at our toys. Yeah, we have Phyrexian Unlife and Solemnity. So we'll grab this. We did Greekachu. It was great. Yeah, next turn should be the game, right? Wow, are we gonna beat Burn on the draw? Holy shit. That's pretty great. Game 1, Unlife Solemnity should be a hard lock. Yeah, I definitely want Mistveil Plains. Surprised this deck isn't on the no flag. We haven't played it before. I actually rejected this deck list the first time someone asked me if I wanted to play it, and then we queued into it in a league, and it crushed us, so I was like, let's give that a try. That seems sweet. Alright, so what's the actual win condition once we have them locked like this? We get... What is it? How do we actually win the game? Is it Form of the Dragon? Perfect. Oh, we have a Starfield of Nyx. You think we should Dovescape? Really? Is that necessary? All right, they've had enough. They were just confirming that Moto worked, and they've had enough. We actually don't sideboard anything here, right? You think I want Nodes? I guess Nodes is better than some of the other slower stuff. It's like basically just like a piece of spot removal. This card is fucking hilarious. That's great. Nevermore is probably good because I can name Destructive Revelry. I'll cut some of these more expensive spells. All right, let's do it. This hand is not good enough, right? I have Halo into Prison, but I think I should probably mulligan for Leyline or Bloom. Okay, keep this. I've got Porphyry Nodes too. I think I'm gonna top this. How many lands in my deck? 23. I should probably top this. Top is good in case of Goblin Guide. Yeah, that's true too. I like kind of want to have a land. If they Goblin Guide, I get it for free. As soon as they play their first creature, I'm just going to jam the Porphyry Nodes right away. Yeah, like easy nodes here. Should have played the fetch land. The pause while they read the time-shifted drop of honey here. Ruined Halo does work on Eidolon. It does in fact work how you want it to work on Eidolon. I thought Drop of Honey was on the reserve list, right? All right, so we're going to 9 here, so pretty good chance we die here. We need to draw like, we need to draw, what's it called? Unlife, like ASAP. I'll put the Solemnity out just in case we draw a Sphere of Safety or a Unlife. I guess if they don't kill us next turn, we also get to cast Enduring Ideal if we draw that. When did I start streaming full-time? I guess it depends on what you count as full-time. I've been doing the Monday to Friday, all day during the day for about 3 weeks now. But I started doing like 25 to 30 hours a week about a month before that. Probably did. Oh, a Depth Leyline would have been good too, yep. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Nice, Sam, congrats. Alright, well, we need Enduring Ideal, please. That's not gonna do it, unfortunately. Enlightened Tutor is not modern legal. That card is very old and has not been reprinted. I think my favorite part about playing tier 4 decks like this is all the people that let me know that my tier 4 deck is built wrong. I mean, I wasn't dead on board, but I didn't have any draws to allow me to win the game. Could cast Leyline and hope for Unlife. They were going to get to attack me for 2, chat, which meant I could no longer cast my spell under their Eidolon. Okay, just looking for Enduring Ideal. Or Unlife. Yeah, I think that's a keep, actually. That seems fine. Nope, because I had a fetch land. Tom. How and when did I get into Magic? I started playing Magic in 2001. 2001. I played Magic very casually for a very long time. Mostly just played limited and casual constructed with friends and family. I started playing Magic competitively with New Phyrexia. Played far too many SCG Open Tour events for far too long. And the rest is history, as they say. Azcanta flips into a land so we get it with Goblin Guide, right? I wish. That's exactly how that should work. Why do I feel like I did too much SCG? I don't know. I didn't do too much SCG. I pretty much enjoyed all of the events that I was playing. I think the only time I really kind of felt burnt out on Magic events and I continued playing them anyways was towards the end of 2016 when Tom Ross and I were both in contention for SCG Player of the Year. That I ultimately ended up losing to Tom Ross. I think there were... And honestly, part of the reason, almost certainly part of the reason why I ended up losing Player of the Year to Tom Ross was because I was burnt out. I was not having fun playing Magic at the end, and I should have stopped playing. When you aren't having fun doing it, you're just not going to play well. And I think we're just going to Halo the Eidolon here. I don't need to Unlife just yet with the Leyline out. I said I wasn't happy explicitly in that matchup in the position I was in, fetch shocking twice. And no, you can't avoid playing fetches and shocks in your 3-color modern deck. So they're going to keep taking damage from their Eidolon, but we will no longer. Right, Anamic? And like, people who have been here a while, you're used to hearing my speech about where to find the deck, but I honestly don't blame people that much at this point for not being familiar with how to find the deck list, because a lot of other people, especially a lot of really popular Magic streamers, don't use Stream Decker and don't have their deck list posted and easily accessible. That's a good draw. Ad Nauseam plays a lot of fixing. And Ad Nauseam is a base 2-color deck by and large. Can you tell us about the Hex Mulligan algorithm for old time's sake? Yeah, Hex uses a modified hypergeometric distribution for its algorithm, and it's very intelligent. It's easily the most elegant solution to the opening hand problem with resource variance by design games. They take a modified probability distribution of your deck, and they remove the 10% most resource light hands and the 5% most resource dense hands. And they only give you the ones in the 85% in the middle. I actually really want that card, right? Because now I get to go ahead and make a bunch of white mana here. And we're getting pretty close to a lock here, right? Like, they need to pay to attack. They can't kill my enchantments until they kill this one first. Unlife is going to give us some extra health. No, everyone does not get perfect starting hands. It just removes a bunch of the hands that you'd automatically have to mulligan in games like Magic and Hex. So basically, you know, there's a lot of hands in Magic where, like, you look at it and you go, this is 0 or 1 land, I have to mulligan this, it's not even a decision. You could say, this is 7 lands, I have to mulligan, it isn't even a decision. And it just doesn't generate a lot of those hands. Yeah, you still have to build your deck properly. And the reason why Hex's algorithm is so elegant is because it varies based on how you build your deck. So if you're someone who wants to build a land light deck or a resource light deck, you're still going to have a lot of low resource hands because they're not guaranteeing you get a specific amount of resources in your opening hand. They're just trimming a percentage of them. So if you build a deck with 10 lands in it, you're still going to have some number of 0 land hands because more than 10% of your draws have 0 lands in them. What would it do with a deck with like Manaless Dredge? I don't actually know, but Hex doesn't have decks like that because it's a well-designed game, so... I took a break from Hex because they... Okay, sorry, let's look at this hand really quick. This isn't keepable, right? It just, like, doesn't do anything. Right? It just, like, doesn't have any of our cheaper interactive things, and it doesn't have a ramp spell. It doesn't have a ley line. This is a new matchup, so we're not playing against Burn, but I think this is a mulligan in general. There aren't any decks in Hex that want no lands. There aren't any decks in Hex that want no lands. It is a game that doesn't have messed up mechanics like Dredge. Someone asked if I stopped playing Hex. I took a break from Hex for a little while because they really weren't supporting their constructed formats very well, but they've been implementing some good changes recently, and I actually streamed Hex a little bit yesterday morning. You can find that on my YouTube channel like everything else. And I'm planning to play more Hex in the future. They just announced that they were going to be supporting their non-rotating format better than they were previously, so I plan to stream a bunch of that because non-rotating formats are sweet. Standard formats that rotate are kind of annoying. Could be Devotion, could be Panza. What color did we pick here? They picked green, so probably Devotion. Rampant. Actual, factual, rampant growth. Okay? Oh, they could be playing Belcher. Yeah, you're right. They could they are totally playing 7-land Belcher. Yep, they are in. Yep. All right, I like to cut your Jib opponent. I would like a land, please. We need this ley line ASAP. Yeah, I agree, Stifled X. Hex's non-rotating format sounds quite excellent. I actually spent part of last night while I was waiting for code to compile, just like playing in the Hex deck editor, building decks for the non-rotating format. Thanks, Sags. Thanks for dropping by and thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. I'm very lucky to be able to do this as a job like I do. As Recross the Path gives us another scry here. Oh, could you copy enchantment the Utopia Sprawl? I'm actually not sure how that works. It's a good question. Maybe we'll try it. Oh, I don't have any forests. Yeah, that's true. What was I compiling that took a significant amount of time? I was waiting for a virtual machine to build a release image for the Linux distribution that I help maintain. So the Linux distribution that I'm streaming from right now, I'm streaming from a Linux computer. I'm a project manager for and developer for. Do I have lists posted for Hex Eternal decks? So Hex's current Eternal format doesn't have a lot of support, and while there are a couple of tournaments that happen on occasion, it's really kind of the Wild West. It hasn't really developed yet. So I have some baseline deck lists and some good budget ones as well, but I don't really know if any of them are 100% good or not. They can only kill... They have worm coils in their deck usually. The distribution of Linux that I use is called Bodhi Linux that I help maintain. See, look, it's even got my name in the about thing. This is a project I started during undergrad. We ended 4-1 with Banff Voltaic. Oh yeah, they have Chancellor of the Tingle too, that's true. Ruined Halo. I actually want that, right? Because, like, I was going to say I want lands, but this is technically a land because this Nykthos is going to make more mana. Yeah, June 4th are when their gauntlets start up. I plan to stream 1 to 2 Immortal Gauntlets a week. Plan to stream a couple of them. Hey Jeff, this is for Footloose. Played it this morning and it really needs at least 1 Godless Shrine. Please vet the mana base. Sounds good. Thank you for the support. Yeah, this name's Wormcoil, right? And then I can copy enchantment this next turn, naming Chancellor of the Tangle. Just like slowly name all of their outs. So Chancellor of the Tangle, they probably have more copies of, but what was I gonna say? Wormcoil, they can find with Ancient Stirrings. Oh, we can totally look at their deck. Yep, and actually they don't. I forgot they revealed it. They actually don't have a Wormcoil in their deck. Ten out of 10. Good call. Yeah, each Ghostly Prison requires them to pay 2. They have Hornet Queen as their alternative win condition, it looks like. Yeah, they have Hornet Queen. Hornet Queen's actually pretty good. I guess with Ghostly Prison, Hornet Queen's not that big of a deal. Well, there's the namesake. Hey, thank you very much, Team Flagger Boss, for the bits. This is certainly a matchup of 2 modern legal decks, ain't that the truth? Top deck hero. Bum 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 bum. Is this just safety dance? Do we do the safety dance? Oh, I should get Paradox Haze, right? Because it gives me 2 upkeeps. It's always Paradox Haze. If we're not dead on board, we should always get Paradox Haze first. Then we get to really get rolling. And then next turn I get Humility plus Form of the Dragon. They're trying to figure out how much they can attack with here. It's funny, they actually can't use Wall of Roots to pay for Ghostly Prison because Magic Online is bugged. Yeah, they don't have any main deck enchantment destruction. Actual none. They didn't exile their deck, they revealed it with cross whatever. So this is just Form of the Dragon plus Overwhelming Splendor, right? Because this takes all the abilities off of it, and this says I can't be attacked by non-flyers. Yeah. Welcome to Thunderdome. Enjoy. Oh, geez, the form of the dragon gets to trigger twice, too? That's so good. That's so good. That's just good deck building right there, chat. It's just good deck building. Sure, we can get Sphere of Safety. All roads lead to Rome, chat. All roads lead to Rome at this point. They're dead to... They're dead to Form of the Dragon here. Yeah, I'm gonna get never pass up BM value here. So what's the Extinguish All Hope? Is the proper name on Gideon's intervention here. It's a punt to name anything other than Extinguish All Hope there, for those that are unfamiliar. Name Abandon Reason on this Rune Talo. Never forget the BM namings. I'm actually just not supposed to sideboard here, right? We don't really have anything. Oh, Stony Silence turns off Goblin Belcher, I suppose. Stony Silence turns off Goblin Belcher. Ghostly Prison's actually kind of bad here, right? You can't name Abandon Hope. Abandon Hope is not modern legal. You can only name cards that are legal in the format. This deck is sweet. Run it back. Thanks for the bit, Zero Forever. It is sweet. Nodes kills walls. I don't think that's really relevant. Spreading Seas knock off Utopia Sprawls. That's actually kind of relevant. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. That's probably loose. I don't think I really care about most of their stuff. I'm just going to submit. Let's not dilute our deck. All right, I've been sitting for an hour. Let's stand up. Enjoy the ride, chat. This hand's pretty bad. It doesn't have a Leyline or a Lotus Bloom, and it has like the Form of the Dragon in the opener. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back. It's fine. It's hard to pass up Lotus Bloom. I'm gonna bottom a Dovescape here. I'm gonna get another Scry off our Temple too. I have Sphere of Safety in my deck to protect me from insect tokens. So, really just looking for Enduring Ideal at this point. Leyline and Stony are also okay draws since Slate us from dying to Goblin Belcher. This deck is definitely full of what you could classify as readers, that's for sure. Traverse the Ulvenwald, yep. All just mono lay the lands. Yep. They're gonna have a pretty quick kill here if they have a Goblin Belcher. Put all these triggers on the stack. Enduring Ideal. Nope. That's exactly the one I would like for Christmas. That is exactly it. That's the one. This deck looks like fun, but I hope we can see some Grixis Delver before Deathrite Shaman gets banned. It's too good in that deck. Go, Guy. 10 out of 10 will put Grixis Delver in the queue. Thank you for the bits and the support. I appreciate it. If they don't kill us, I think they can kill us this turn, right? Yeah, because this is going to get land number 6, and then they should have a land in their hand already. So if they have Belcher... Oh, did they get too many lands out of their deck? I think they got too many lands out of their deck. Yeah, no Hallowed Fountains is probably wrong. Do I Detention Sphere, or do I just put Copy Enchantment in my bin? No, that's fine. Yeah, I agree a single fountain is pretty low cost. I just go and get, let's go and get Leyline of Sanctity here, right? Can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. Well, that's really good. And this stops them from Nature's Claiming me this turn, which is nice. Can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. That's really good. So we'll just start assembling a bunch of different things that that say I can't die to Goblin Belcher. Alright, so recross the pass with all of the lands out of their deck means they get to stack their deck here. So they have they have 2 Bramble Crushes right now. So next turn I want to make sure I get the thing that protects my enchantments. Because they have Naturalizes and Bramble Crushes. Need Dovescape and then Sphere of Safety. Oh yeah, Dovescape. Yeah, Dovescape. I'm gonna put that on top because I don't mind drawing it. Yeah, Dovescape should lock them out. Yeah, you're correct. Jed is correct. Have some birds. Haven't you heard that bird's the word? Haven't you heard that bird is the word, opponent? Overwhelming Splendor. Modern staple Overwhelming Splendor is stopping our opponent from hitting us with the Goblin Belcher. Jeez, chat. I don't know what modern staple Overwhelming Splendor does. It actually doesn't turn off Planeswalkers. It explicitly does not turn off Planeswalkers. So this is actually the lock at this point. Opponent can't cast spells. They can't interact with our things. They can't attack us. Form of the Dragon's going to kill them very quickly. The old naturalizer thing, just like make sure Moto remembers the trigger. Well, we're 2-0 with Blue White Enduring Ideal in the form of the Amazon Prime resub lock. Thank you for the 7-month resubscription, Ashiok. Thank you to everyone out there who's hanging out here today. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Glad I didn't scare you off. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. I also stream some other games like Hearthstone and Hex on occasion. We play a bunch of Modern as well as some Legacy and Vintage on occasion. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are a big part of why I'm able to do this full-time as a job. If you're one of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, like Ashiok there, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, that gives you a free Twitch Prime subscription to a content creator of your choice every single month here on Twitch. Doesn't cost you anything. It's included in your Amazon Prime. You can also support my stuff by supporting some of my wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. And of course, myself and the wonderful moderators here in Hoaglandia would like to welcome everyone. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about your complimentary timeout. Look at that. Look at that. I love when the shill spiel lines up perfectly with finding a new match. Any rate, after a 2-0 start, we're heading on into our third match here with Blue, White, and Enduring Ideal. This hand's probably a fine keep, right? Like, Auramancy into Unlife is going to be, like, pseudo-interaction. Like, we have a Nykthos to ramp up, maybe? Normally I pay for that kind of abuse. God bless. Ooh, and the mods descend like feral wolves. Just lurking anyways, going to Adro show. Oh, wait, there's something free that I'm not using. We're all about giving you something for nothing. Okay, search for Azcanta of their own. Baku's from the latest set. Witchwood. Serpy boy. I got you. I love how whenever the complimentary timeout bannerhead gets mentioned, there's just like a slew of people getting slaughtered in chat. Just get all of them. When in Rome. Alright. I don't know. The counterspell matchup's probably a little bit hard for this deck, I'd imagine, right? Because they can simply counterspell our Enduring Ideal, so we kind of have to like time ourselves well. Hi, Jeff. Tough Teacher's Day. Still correcting essays in a complimentary timeout. Feel better. We got you, King Fede. We got you. Yeah, the Boseiju. We do have Boseiju in the board. We also have some copies of Silence as well as some copies of Defense Grid. So like we have tools. I'm just like kind of thinking out loud about what seems like it could be harder. Is this a Cycle My Sphinx's Revelation? What a powerful magic card. What a powerful magic card. Yes, we are going to play a variation of Green Black Rock next. Just as an asterisk or a precursor, people that have been following my work on Green Black Rock, the variation of Green Black Rock we're playing today is not my configuration of the deck. It is a user submitted build, so it does have Dark Confidant in it, which I'm not a personal fan of, but we just play what the people send me here. If an epic spell gets countered, yeah, the spell being epic is part of it resolving. I guess Dovescape also insulates us from counterspells too in a way, right? We actually played some Hex yesterday, -3 Karn. We're gonna play some more in the future. I'm probably gonna wait to really dive back in until after the Immortal Gauntlets get released. I couldn't Dovescape there. Dovescape costs 6, chat. Yeah, Artifact looks interesting. I don't believe the Immortal Gauntlet counts for the latter. But I also don't quote me on that. Nykthos is ramped now. It wasn't ramped last turn though. It's not. It's only ramp if you have 4 devotion or more. Oh, if I Dovescape, I can't Enduring Ideal after I Dovescape, right? So if I Dovescape, it's just like we'd have a bird off. I also get to, like, turn on my Starfield of Nyx, though, too, right? I think I'm gonna Dovescape here, because we're just, like, not winning this race. Also, like, they probably want to counter this if they have a counterspell. I don't think I'd want to Ideal now, even if I could, to be fair. I don't think I want to attack with these just yet, right? Although I guess they can only cast... I can't even cast a bolt. No, yeah, this is fine, right? Oh, they can untap Ojitai. I definitely missed that they could untap Ojitai. Thankfully, they missed that they could untap Ojitai too. They also missed that they could untap Ojitai. God bless us, everyone. The patented double punt, right? Dovescape is bigger than Ojitai. It's a large Mamma Jamma. Look, this is a no justice stream, chat. If you're a newer viewer, there's no justice on this stream. Hey, Free Keizo, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great content on Twitch right now, so thanks for supporting mine this month. I do appreciate it. No justice, only timeouts, right? Edging up slowly towards getting another emote on the channel. We're 50 sub points away. I mean, Starfield won us this game. I feel like one Starfield is kind of like a pretty low cost of inclusion. I think I agree with you in general, like you don't want Starfield to be the primary game plan, but I think including one as like a backup plan seems fine. This is not a Ghostly Prison matchup. I think you leave the Sphere of Safety just because like making him pay a ton is very reasonable. This is a Leyline's out matchup. Leyline's pretty good at making extra mana with Nykthos, though, so maybe we just leave it in since there's sometimes a burn deck. Gideon's Intervention. I think Gideon's Intervention is better than Nevermore, because Gideon's Intervention is also a Ruined Halo style of effect. I don't think Rule of Law is good enough. I think just turning off Snapcaster Mage is probably narrow. Yeah, I think cutting Nevermore is fine. Do I want to cut Ruined Halo or Leyline of Sanctity? I don't think Seize is good enough. I think it's just Halo. I guess Cast Out's pretty medium. I'm gonna cut Cast Out and leave a Halo in. Let's do that. Yeah, it seems great, right? Looking for some lands. Nykthos is a great draw. Yeah, I think I'm in the market for a Lotus Bloom, especially since I already drew a third land. Can Nodes Ojutai? I'm pretty sure I want to take this opportunity to stick my own search for Azcanta rather than Greater Auramancy here. They probably don't have that many ways to interact with enchantments anyways. Yeah, I agree, Polly. I was actually going to say that. I think the fact that they have Ojutai in their deck probably means they have a minimal amount of Planeswalkers. We could have also maybe slammed Greater Auramancy because we could have like gone Auramancy into Copy Enchantment Auramancy. Just like locked them out by giving all of our enchantments Shroud. Just like stop interacting with me. Get some always yields going on. Nope, I would like that one. It's exactly what I want for Christmas, in fact. Wouldn't be too surprised to see this one eat a negate or mana leak here if they have it. That's true, Tunneling Cat. Stop interacting with me. Look, we only play modern staples on this stream, okay? Only modern staples to be had. I'm not going to bin that. I think having a redundant copy of Enduring Ideal is valuable against a counterspell deck. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. We restarted like an hour ago. Yeah, we're at 1.6 gigs. Usually doesn't get too bad till we hit the 2 gig range. Yeah, Epic does not work if your spell gets countered. Epic, the text on the card doesn't happen if the spell doesn't resolve. They're getting more cards in their bin faster for this search for Azcanta. Makes sense. Looking to hit a land next turn, ideally. So that way we can windmill an Enduring Ideal. Although I guess maybe I don't do that. Maybe I don't windmill even if we hit a land. It's like I can't play the next one as a follow-up. I don't really need an Unlife at this point. Silence is a good draw. I'm going to play Copy Enchantment on my Greater Auramancy if this resolves. We had Lotus Bloom coming in off of Suspend, Tom. This deck's a prison deck, Tropis. We are not a control deck. We're basically a prison deck. We're trying to lock our opponent out of playing Magic. So, Lotus Bloom allows us to assemble our lock more quickly. If we hit a Nykthos, we can actually silence plus Enduring Ideal. Yep, would have been that. That's a pretty unfortunate draw. We are up a game in this match too, so we got that going on for us. This allows them to flip their Azcanta. Yep. We have found the Azcanta. Yep. No, I'll take a Solemnity. Yeah, the fact that we won game one's a big deal here. So the fact that we're stumbling and dying here means we can have a better chance, because we can still have a game 3 to win. No, they flipped their Azcanta. Engineered Explosive specifies non-land permanent. Oh yeah, if this Solemnity would have happened sooner, they wouldn't have been able to use the Engineered Explosives, right? Would have entered with 0 counters on it. What's going on, Justin? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Monday. Yep. So I assume we're gonna see this EE pop in a second. Guthix! Would you accept a slightly more interesting Titan Shift deck with a white splash for Nihiris? Yeah, that would be fine. It's the Oath of Nissa build. That's probably fine. Drop me a list as always so I can take a look, but that's probably okay. I think I'm just aiming like Celestial Colonnade with this. Yeah, I agree. This deck is definitely more powerful than I thought it was. There is a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to a deck list. Yeah, I think we wait till 8. I think because we're burning Lotus Bloom, we need to wait till 8. And like honestly, at this point, they probably have 2 counter spells. How do you possibly ever win? We have a really janky way. We have Peace of Mind, which lets us discard a card. And then we have Mistveil Plains, let's just put a card from our discard pile back into our deck. Okay. It's an aggressive use of Cryptic. You are alive again, Serpy. Have your sword back. So basically the answer is we've got some tools, chat. We've got We've got some outs. You got to play to your outs. Oh, geez. Is this a Jace? Oh, man. So we just need... Oh, we're still 2 mana off. I think I'm just conceding here. Yeah, there's no way we're beating an active Jace plus Azcanta. Let's go to the 3rd game. Maybe I want these spreading seas just because of the Azcanta. Maybe. I could see that going either way. His hand doesn't really do anything, right? Like Leyline's okay. I think I want to mulligan this. Solemnity does shut off EE. Yeah, I think this is a mulligan. Defense Grid's a card that, like, kind of interacts with them. Someone asked about Hearthstone. No, I'm not planning to play any Hearthstone today. Just gonna dig aggressively for our combo piece. Teferi's response isn't modern legal. You're not wrong, Justin. If that first hand had turned to Azcanta, I'd keep it, but we didn't have blue mana. I would keep that 7 in a heartbeat if it had blue mana. For the record. See if they have a spell snare here or not. Tilt. Hopefully it's just a bolt. God bless. Now, I think Spell Pierce is pretty unlikely, but Spell Snare could be a real card they play. That's basically what this deck does, Bert. Humility, Dovescape, Form of the Dragon. The most annoying part about streaming Hearthstone is that Hearthstone doesn't work consistently under Wine, and they don't have a native Linux client, so I have to reboot into Windows to stream that one. Top. With Meddling Mage against Storm, what do you name first? Generally, Grape Shot. Could also potentially name Gifts Ungiven if you already know some of the cards in their hand, but usually Grape Shot in the dark. Grid does provide some immense F6 value, you're not wrong. This still has 2 more turns. No, we suspended the Lotus Bloom on 2. Hex actually has a native Linux client, which is great. And Moto runs really well through Wine these days. I don't even have to have a virtual machine anymore. What a tilt. This is a good play from the opponent. Does the sound work on Magic Online? I think so. You'd be the first person that ever wanted the sounds to work on Magic Online. I have them all turned off. God, I am such a powerful fucking wizard. It is unreasonable how much of a powerful wizard I am. Hey, Welg, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub. I really appreciate that. As always, tier 2 subs get to bump a deck of their choice in the donation queue, so be sure to drop me a message in private if there's any particular deck in the queue you'd like me to push up this month. Look, chat, if you have to choose between being lucky and being good, you should choose being lucky every time. Never punished, right? Right? What do I get first? Is it just Dovescape? It's probably Dovescape, right? Yeah, we're gonna silence them with the suspend trigger on the stack. Yeah, Lotus Bloom's gonna come off suspend this turn, chat. So with the defense grid in play here, they have to counter the silence, and then they have to counter the enduring ideal, so they shouldn't have enough mana to do that. You're a powerful wizard, Jeff Potter. I'll take a look, Welg. I'm not sure if Zombie Loam's in there currently. There's enough decks in the queue that I don't keep track of all of them. Oh, geez, we drew the Peace of Mind. I'm short of casting Peace of Mind and this turn, right? Yeah. I just get Dovescape, right? It's 10 out of 10 Dovescape. Because they can't cast spells this turn, which means they can't kill us next turn. And then next turn, I can go get the Humility Enchantment. Because this turn, they're going to get to flip. They're going to get to go ahead and attack me with Colonnade plus click to put me to 6. Well, I can't cast the Peace of Mind because I played an epic spell. At a glance, Welg, it does not look like Zombies is in the queue, as a heads up. Is it a quick F6? Feel free to take a peek in there. They've had enough. They have enough. All right. Well, we are currently undefeated with blue-white Enduring Ideal here. Yeah. Rating. Yep. Already did 0 forever. 10 out of 10. Deck's great. We're great. Time. Look, anybody who's watched this stream before is aware of the fact that every modern deck is a 3-2 deck. So I have low expectations here, but we've cashed the league, which is great. God bless everyone. It's not even Karn that's terrifying. How do we beat an Oblivion Stone? I'm not sure we can ever beat an Oblivion Stone, right? I guess we have Stony Silences in the board. We have a couple. Okay, we have a couple of ways. This hand's okay, right? Like, Leyline on 1, lands to cast Search for Azcanta. Like, pretty easy keep. No, we pretty much exclusively play friendly leagues on this stream. So, this deck will not get featured because they hide the data from the friendly leagues. I turned 30 today. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. I won't be 30 for a little while, but I appreciate the support. I look like a bitter old man, but I am not actually an old man. Not yet, anyways. So slowly, I am becoming one. I'm an old man on the inside. That is definitely the truth. You didn't deny being bitter. Can we get Zombie Loam into the queue? 10 out of 10 wannabe beetle. Thank you for the bits. So I'll get a tier 2 sub plus 1,000 bits for Zombie Loam. Get it in there, bumped up a little bit. What's the Dovescape lock? So after you Dovescape, you put the Humility enchantment on them so they lose flying. And then you put out Form of the Dragon so they can't attack you. So we lost Fear of Safety and Gideon's intervention there. Yeah, Dovescape is very, very good. Yep, don't need that. Just looking for our namesake card at this point, right? And lands, I suppose. I guess that's pretty good. Going undefeated in Magic events isn't a test of skill. It's a test of running hot. You have to be good for a little bit of it, but you also have to run well. Magic has a lot of variance by design. You need to remember the best players that play this game only have a, 66% win rate. I name Flamewake here since there's 2 of those in their bin already. Yeah, Unlife plus Solemnity should lock this opponent out, I believe. I think I want to just de-sphere this Hollowed One here. All right, I'm gonna hit my auto pass key really quick. I'll be right back. I've been streaming for almost 5 hours. I need to run to the restroom. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty of magic coming up. Did the kids all behave while I was gone? Put Lotus Bloom in my bin? Yes. Do not want to draw that. All right, so... 10 out of 10, want to play this. Did I just copy enchantment, Ruined Halo on Bloodghast here? I think I do, right? Usually it's about an hour, Welger. Sometimes it's more than that. Go ahead and pass. Opponent's had enough. Just doesn't even want to keep trying. God bless. Do I even sideboard? Do I just click? I guess Rest in Peace is good, right? I guess Rest in Peace is good. This cast out's a little slow. Yeah, I don't think Nodes is worth it. Rule of Law seems a little clunky. Why is Rule of Law good? It shuts down hollowed ones. It's really slow, though. It's really slow. Yeah, the 3 mana is too much, I think. I'm just going to bring in the Rest in Pieces. That's fine. We are 3-0 with this deck list. We are currently undefeated. This is a pretty terrible opening hand. No white mana. Form of the Dragon. I guess it has, like, Lotus Bloom and Enduring Ideal. But pretty bad otherwise. I'm actually going to keep this one with the Scry on the draw. You don't want to mulligan too low because the opponent's deck could just like cast Burning Inquiry and mulligan for us, basically. Like we don't necessarily know what our opening hand actually looks like in this matchup. They run Wanderine Hub as a way to play around Choke. If we hit a couple of lands here, this hand is quite good. If like need to draw 2, if 2 of our next 3 draw steps are white sources, it's going to be great. Well, I mean, that's kind of a white source eventually. And it's just a generic land, so that means if we just draw 1 more generic untapped land here, we get to Enduring Ideal on 3. Yeah, Nykthos can make white. That's true. It's a delve threat. This is a delve threat. We really need to hit a white source next turn, an untapped white source to have this Ghostly Prison. Otherwise, I think we're probably going to be too slow. We've not played black-green yet. We're going to play black-green next. After this league. This is our 4th match in this league with Enduring Ideal. That's unfortunate. I guess the good news is we get to Field of Rune them, which means if they don't kill us this turn, we get Ghostly Prison next turn. This is 3. It's not quite dead yet. Enduring Ideal actually might not be good enough at this point. Because Form of the Dragon isn't good enough because of this Flamewake Phoenix. Oh, I guess Unlife gives us another turn, right? Oh, Form of the Dragon puts us to 5. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yay! Da 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 da. Easy Form of the Dragon, right? Easy Form of the Dragon. We have Leyline of Sanctity. We don't care about Bolt. Welcome to Thunderdome, opponent. Is this deck actually good? There's no way this deck is good, right? Somebody say something that makes sense and tell me that this deck is unplayable. We're running good. Roar, you're a dragon. Thanks for the bits, Selgotha. All right, look at that. So here on this channel, we time people out for being dicks and putting people down based on the leagues that they're playing in. For people that are egotistical assholes who think that the difference between competitive and friendly leagues is this big play skill gap, it's not. The difference between competitive and friendly leagues is how much you're willing to gamble. So the big difference between playing a friendly league and playing a competitive league is you gamble less while playing a friendly league. It's just the prize structure. As someone who's played lots of matches in both types of leagues, you play against very, very similar opponents in both leagues. Very, very similar deck qualities. Oh, you don't want to play Magic anymore. Like this league, for instance. What? We played against Hollowed One, Jeskai Control. I don't remember what these first two were, but like those are both tier 1, tier 2 decks. Those are very powerful, consistent modern decks that you will play in tournaments, that regularly do well in tournaments. Yeah, we beat Burn too, right? Yeah, we beat Burn. Yep. Seven land Belcher. So we found a shitty modern deck, right? Like we found another random tier 3 deck like we're playing. But like 3 of those decks are very real tier 1 decks. Modern is a format where people play lots of different things because there's lots of things that are competitive. That's why this is the most popular competitive format in Magic. Because there's lots of different things you can be doing. The people that shit on the friendly leagues, in my experience, they're the same type of people that like sit in SCG chat and like try to crap on the Open Series even though they've never really played in Open Series events. Because they want to make people find it easier to make themselves feel better about their choices. They put down other things people do. If you need to make yourself feel better about paying $12 to play a competitive league by putting down the people that don't want to gamble that much, maybe you should reflect on why you're actually playing them. We're gonna mulligan this one, believe it or not, chat. This hand's great. This hand's very good. Yeah, Magic Applegate, the decks I'm planning to play on a given stream day are always towards the top of the donation queue. So if you pop that open, you can see the other list that I'm planning to play today. All right, David's Cracker, take a 10-minute timeout for posting something that's completely unsubstantiated. I think the competitive leagues have better players in it. That's not true. That's subjective. That's not a metric that you can measure. That's just like people who like to shit on people that play in the SCG tournaments who don't play in them. They're crapping on people there because it makes them feel superior. It makes them feel better about themselves by putting down someone else that they don't know and they don't interact with. If you need to put down someone else to make yourself feel better about something that you're doing, maybe you need to reconsider why you're doing the thing you're doing. You know? Look at this. Humans. This was our friendly league. We played against Burn, Humans, Jeskai, Hollowed One, and then a random tier 3 deck. We played against 4 very competitive tiered modern decks in this friendly league. Do you know why? Do you know why they call them friendly and competitive leagues? It's a psychological thing to encourage you to want to gamble more, to feel like you need to get that better experience by gambling more. That's why they're named the way they are. Yep, I agree. I agree. TCGs are full of people that think they are better than they are, by and large. And the fact that these games have variance by design allows you to think that you are better than you actually are doing. I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, is $8 versus $12 really that much? Like, what you think is a larger amount of money to make you play seriously varies from person to person. I've sat down at a 1-2 cash poker table where people sit down with $500 in front of them, and that's no money to them. That person doesn't think $500 is a relevant amount of money, so they just play loose as shit at this poker table because they don't care. They don't care. To me, I think $500 is like a reasonable sum of money, and I play fairly conservatively when I sit down with that much money in front of me. But like, you know, to other people, that amount of money isn't meaningful to them. I think we're pretty dead here, chat. I would not be surprised if this matchup is bad for us. I played a lot of poker during college. I do not play much poker anymore because I find poker very boring. If you are playing poker correctly, it involves a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting. Yeah, I think we're pretty hosed here. We can take a draw for Ghostly Prison, right? I think trying to pinpoint one person as the inventor of a lot of Magic decks is kind of silly. Don't need a ley line here. I'm not sure that Ghostly Prison is going to be enough to bridge us, and we missed it, so we're definitely dead. I think, like, if you look at humans as a deck, it's really not that complicated. It's just, like, the playable humans and then a bunch of rainbow lands, right? There was some tuning that went into the details, but, like, trying to take credit for an idea like that, it'd be like me trying to take credit for Kiki Chord. Like, sure, I spent a lot of time tuning Kiki Chord, but it wasn't exactly super innovative or complicated for me to go, Kiki Jiki and Restoration Angel, let's put them together and put a tutor in there with them. Yeah, like, it's not exactly complicated. Like, when TCGs are built and created, Wizards of the Coast has deck ideas in their mind that are like, they're the pre-con decks of the format, right? Like, you look at the set and you go, oh, there's this archetype in the format, we'll build it, because they obviously have support for this archetype in constructed. You're entitled to think that whatever you want. You're entitled to your opinion, however wrong or right it may be. But again, I think trying to give a single person credit for something like humans is kind of silly. This hand's not keepable, right? I just need, like, Ghostly Prisons or stuff like that in my opener. Nykthos does tap for extra already. Yeah, I guess with the Nykthos, maybe it's fine. Like, the ley lines keep them out of my hand, which is good. Yo, Jeff, what's up? Can I get my 2 months time out? Of course, James. Thanks for the continued support. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Yeah, I suppose if we, like, draw any more spells, like, we get to ramp up more. I mean, even Elsic, like, he pulled from other sources on mine. I'm pretty sure he said point blank. I think saying I popularized Kiki Chord is a fair assessment, and maybe you could argue that differentiating between popularizing and tuning a deck and creating a deck is kind of trivial and silly, but I think it's meaningful. I think the concept of like trying to own creation of an idea like that is kind of nonsense. It's not quite as nonsensical as software patents, but it's close. It's close. Cavius the Great invented Nourishing Lich. No, and ultimately, so like, I feel like there's a lot of people who like to try and claim ownership for decks for creating a deck because there's someone that like maybe isn't a good Magic player or hasn't gone to enough tournaments, so they think if they claim ownership of a deck idea that maybe then they'll get a bunch of recognition for it. I don't know. So usually there's only one basic in the humans deck, so this next Field of Runes should be a Wasteland. That's a bingo. And that was, everybody can check the 60-second rant off your bingo boards if you haven't. 3 days left with the $100 donation. Let's go ahead and put Teferi Tribal in the queue. Also, I'm the sole creator of the deck and would like it to be in a competitive league so that when we 5-0, it gets published. All right, Justin, but I'm just going to let you know that if we play in a competitive league, I'm done when we lose 3 matches. If we lose 3 matches, we're donezo. I think we're, speaking of donezo, I think we're pretty dead here. Did you know Al Gore invented the internet, right? Knights with the 9-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the 3/4 of your support. I do appreciate it. My mama invented humans and she says friendly leagues are the devil. Looking pretty dead here. Still good 4-1 showing. I wouldn't be surprised if this matchup's bad for us. Maybe you want something like Supreme Verdict in the sideboard to be able to clean the board against this deck, or just more copies of Ghostly Prison. Like, there aren't even 4 prisons in this deck. Yep. That's gonna be all she wrote, right? Because this is 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good game, opponent. Good games. All right, so this deck was sweet. It definitely felt more competitive than I was expecting it to feel. I was expecting this deck to feel like hot garbage. I think my most specific feedback would first be, I think the comment earlier that not having a Hallowed Fountain in this mana base is kind of nonsense. I also think like 2 basic islands is probably nonsense, like the way there's such a small blue splash here. So I think in the mana base, I would definitely turn one of these islands into a Hallowed Fountain. That seems like a very easy change. As far as the sideboard goes, I feel like I'm hard-pressed to believe that Porphyry Nodes is actually better than Supreme Verdict or more Ghostly Prisons or some kind of sweeper. So I would think about, we actually beat Jeskai, but maybe we got a little bit lucky to do so. I would think about if you need necessarily all of these cards and maybe have slightly more cards for beating humans. Yeah, I think the Rule of Law is probably bad. I think I agree with that assessment. I think this card is too slow in a lot of matchups for it to be relevant. I can't hear. I don't know how that person wants me to talk to them if they can't hear. I don't have a good response. A verbatim CVN. Thank you very much for the tier 2 sub. I really appreciate that. Tier 2 subs get to bump a deck of their choice in the queue, so feel free to drop me a message. Let me know what deck you'd like to push up in the queue. I would tell that person that if their goal is to grind prizes while playing Magic, they should just get a job. Otherwise, they should play whatever deck they enjoy playing the most.